Squirrels! So hello, and welcome to another Legends of Runeterra video. My name is Chris, and today we will be playing something a bit different. A champion forgotten. A champion left in the wilderness that I have not seen in some time, despite dominating for much of this game's lifetime. It is the return of Heimer. And where did Heimer go? Well, we all know that he got nerfed when the turrets got changed around, and this became the fearsome, and this became the elusive. Heimer became worse, but we still saw him around, and he was still there. So where has he gone? Honestly, I don't know, because PnZ and Targon, what's probably happened is there's just slightly better ways. You know, Lee Sin is probably just a slightly quicker kill than Heimer, and therefore that's probably what's happened to Heimer, which is sad. But it doesn't mean that necessarily Heimer is bad, or that, you know, this kind of deck is bad. Heimer, you know, probably still exists somewhere on the fringes. But I thought, well, why not play Heimer with Zoe? Of course, Heimer, when you play different spells, will give you different cards with different names, so therefore leveling up Zoe with Heimer on the board can become pretty easy, and you can do it pretty quickly with the different spells there. So this is what I have created. We have Give It All at the top, of course, because one, it synergizes quite well with Heimer, of course, because all these different keywords and you know, potentially very high attack, particularly the T-Hex there. And we have some elusives here in the Android Submersible, because Heimer does create different cards. Of course, we also have Ballistic Bot doing that, so we're kind of like an augment, like sort of synergy with Give It All at the top, and it's a pretty fun deck to pilot and play, I think. In terms of competitive viability, as I mentioned, the reason this probably isn't a deck is because Lee Sin Zoe is probably just a quicker way of ending the game. And therefore, you know, if you can end the game a turn or two quicker than this deck can, it's just a better result most of the time. So that's probably where, you know, this deck has kind of gone astray a bit. But it doesn't mean it's not that good. I would probably give this like a 7 out of 10. You know, just a solid deck, not tier 1 or anything. But, you know, solid. It's fine. You know, you can beat most of the top decks on the ladder right now with it. Not all the time, but you know, it will compete with those decks because it's playing a lot of pretty decent cards. So with that said, let's jump into some games and see how we do. Ooh, Teemo Ezreal, no Sejuani, so just full in on the Ezreal, so probably a slightly differently built deck. So therefore I like Ballistic Bot. I think we can drop Guiding Touch. Mystic Shot could be useful for Teemo, although they might have some tricks for us up there. It could be an elusive deck. I think I'll drop Vigor for that reason as well. Vigor could be useful in this matchup, don't get me wrong, but it's an interesting choice, right? So now we have some okay options. Submersible in this hand alone, we could potentially get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could potentially have 5 different card names for Submersible alone in this hand already, with the Ignition and also the gem from the goat. That's a good pickup on turn 1. We could see Teemo. If we do, I think I will attack. The reason for that is because they're an Ezreal deck, they probably have many different ways of removing Zoe, and also they probably will have certain combat tricks. Now, Vigor I do like, and there's a very good draw off the top. And thus we will just end the round because we want this Sun Blessed Vigor in our back pocket. And now I think I will go Mountain Goat. The second Ballistic Bot means that if we can get them down next turn together, then we can start, you know, just increasing the attack of them quite rapidly by the time turn 5 rolls around. And Goat is a bigger threat, of course, as well. Now we're expecting something here. We do see the Iceveil Archer. And I think this is probably the trade I'm going to make anyway, so I suppose I might as well. Can't think of too many things that this Goat will block in a Teemo Ezreal deck. And, you know, if he wants to go for something like Troll Chant now, I'm more than happy to accept the Iceveil Archer living, which isn't that big of a threat for my Goat. It's something that's kind of interesting, right? If he does go for some sort of combat trick here, it looks like he will block, but he will just take the block. Some people are like desperate to win every single combat, and I think it's a mistake. We could see a whole range of things here. Static Shock, Mystic Shot, all that, but we do keep open the Sunblessed Vigor still. Now our turn is probably pretty simple. Ballistic Bot, Ballistic Bot. Ooh. Funky pass. I think we'll play one. If he passes again, I might pass. See what he does on that. He could play a lot of things. Again, Chump Wump. Of course, with Teemo is somewhat possible. Ooh, Foundry. Okay, well then I will play second bot. I mean, I have a pretty low curve here overall, so I should be able to get rid of this hand quick enough. With the 2 ignitions and the gem, it's very possible I could actually... could see, like, static here. Mystic on you. We'll go for Vigor. Zoe could still die. It's, you know, they could have second Mystic or something. But I could jam if they don't go for it now. We'll also increase our attack there. Probably gives a better open attack. So if they are going to kill Zoe, it has to be on the stack because of the gem. Well, I mean, they could have second Mystic, right? And that would kill the Zoe anyway. I will go for it. Just because in case he doesn't have Thermo or second Mystic, which he does. But that's still fine. Get rid of some cards in his hand. We still have 2 pretty big threats. That we can make 4 3s here, potentially. So Percival is on 5. Could always invoke as well. So we have quite a few options, and we're going to be drawing 2 cards. Now these bots actually... Ooh, we could get rid of it even then. The 4 damage worth it? I think it is, because if he drops really anything with, you know, like another Ice Veil Archer, Chump Wump, any of it, it is going to be somewhat frustrating. Just a Brittle Steel. See what he goes for here. So he must be running a pretty low curve if he's going for Foundry here, but there's no mushrooms in our deck yet. Okay. Really is going in on that. So what will I do then? I mean, I could just start, you know, going in on him with these. It's possible. I could also look for this super cool star chart. See what we find. What would we want? I mean, a unit would be fine. I don't quite want to Mystic Shot you yet. We'll go for this. Honestly, I'm not even sure I want to get rid of this either. I think we're fine right now, as we are. We'll go for this and see what we can find. I think I'm going to go for Equinox in case he drops like a Puffcat Peddler. Find Teemo, and we get a great Thermo Beam. Unless it's Elixir of Iron, in which case we could potentially go for Mystic Shot next turn. First of all, now up to 8. So no thoughts there. The pause says to me potentially another Brittle Steel, so we'll keep that in mind. Still do get to draw all of our cards. So let's see what happens here. We find Ezreal. I like hushing the Ezreal, of course, because then we could block it. So potentially let's start off with... Do I want to destroy this? It is giving... I'm getting to the point where I think I should. Because I don't want to overdraw and lose potentially, you know, a Heimer or something like that can win me the game. So we'll see what he does. Could go for a range of things here. He attacks with the Ezreal, so we will go for the Hush. I don't think I'll block this. Pitiful. So get excited maybe. Brittle Brittle Steel. Troll Chant, there it is. Okay. Do see Troll Chant. Still think that was worth it. We stopped the Mystic Shot. We deal the damage. Got rid of his landmark. Ooh, you're pretty nice. Let's see what we can find with Sketcher first. Maybe the Challenger. Or maybe not. We could go for the Elusive, but I think I'm going to go Moon Silver here. Potentially reduce the cost of really anything we want. And go for this Submersible, which then will be able to block out this Ezreal.
They don't know what they're up against.
Ezreal levels up, which isn't ideal. So I might need to start putting a bit of pressure on. Hopefully Submersible lets us do that. Hush is nice if he goes, you know, potentially for the removal on this and then attacks next turn. Probably play the Goat here as well, depending on what he drops. Could even see like a big Thermo Beam. We're still pretty healthy. We have Star Shape enhanced. The Ezreal isn't too big a threat right now, thankfully. Yeah, let's play Goat. I think. What do I want to do? Kind of want to trade these off though. We'll still go for it. Gives us the heal potentially on this. And no block would be pretty good to us. Because he probably doesn't have too much healing. He might be running Tavern Keeper, but that would be a bit odd, I think. So there's probably not too much healing in the deck. So, I mean, we could potentially, you know, just get him down eventually. But I think getting rid of the landmark was the right choice. I'm pretty sure it was, because if you imagine leveled up Ezreal here with, I mean, this is good for us because that gives us a better trade potentially there, but we could see another trick. We do. But this is merely a 3-2 right now, so it's not too big a threat. Okay, Thermo could be nice, maybe get rid of the Ezreal. So we'll probably be looking at that. As I say, we do have a lot of healing in hand. Could always Mystic one of these. Kill you. Go for the Ignitions. Thermo Ezreal. He's played 2 Troll Chants, so there shouldn't be too many more. Obviously only 1 more Troll Chant, but I'm thinking, does he have Elixir of Iron? He does go for Perfect Guard Peddler, so I mean, that's literally why we got this. Which might force out some spells, it doesn't. Might have to trade one of these off now. Because I don't quite want to take 6. Maybe I'll go there. Just block out. Could try and kill this Submersible, but I don't think that's too big a problem either. Because as soon as we remove the Ezreal, we could potentially Mystic Shot this and get off a massive attack with our Ballistic Bot. It's kind of my thought. Let's see. This game's running into overtime. Our opponent thinking about their options, but perhaps didn't expect the block with the Submersible. I think right now we will heal the Submersible, get it out of range there with the gem. Now with Ignition, we want to keep. I could do on 5 to be safe with the Thermo. We'll see. Fire till nothing moves. Let's see. Doesn't play what's in his hand. So yeah, let's be safe about things. Let's just deal with this. So now Troll Chant doesn't work, Elixir doesn't work, so it would have to be something very, very, very specific. I think one of them is at least a freeze, like a Harsh Winds, something like that. Would be my guess, because like you would think about it on the attack, but there was nothing really like desperately worth saving. Ooh, that's interesting. So let's attack with you. I'm fairly sure one of them is either Harsh Winds or Brittle Steel or, you know, something, a freeze. Goes down to 8, that's pretty good.
Time for a true
Find
display
second
of
Ezreal
skill.
off the top. Like all good players do. Now I think I will Star Shaping here, see what we can find. We don't hold up Celestial, do we? No. Could get a more fire. We could just get Living Legends, though. I think that's probably the best call. Press OK, in case we need to Bastion something. He's happy to go on to the next turn. So I think I could go for the Ignition, though. Will I need... Whatever these two cards are, I don't think they can remove these, because I think he would have gone for it. I can always Guiding Touch this if it is. Yes, it's not. So go up to full mana. Could be a big Living Legends turn. Double Mystic. Puts him down to 3.
One shot, all skill.
Goes for the attack. And I'll block you, obviously. See what's going on. I told you it was a freeze. Sometimes you just get a sense for these things. It's still not dying though, so... Maybe I could Mystic Shot you. Get rid of what's in our hand as well. Stay healthy. And then an Ignition so that we get more choice of cards. Also deal the 1 damage, which, you know, could be potentially pretty big.
Another day in the field.
Has Teemo, I'm not worried about that. Get Living Legends. Let's just quickly... So we have Equinox, Cosmic, Challenger, Sisters, Great Beyond, Cosmic Rays. I mean, Cosmic Rays... Or is just the Great Beyond better? How does he get rid of this? I think this is better. Oh, it doesn't have Overwhelm. What am I thinking about? I thought it had Overwhelm, but now you can just block it. It is enemies, so... Yeah, this should be good, right? We should, yeah. And there we go, you know, we just sort of managed the game, I think, quite nicely. And eventually found our way to a win. A good win. Lucian Hecarim, or as I call it, the deck that has to draw Plaza or else it concedes instantly. For that reason, I think what we want is Aftershock. So we could be okay as well. The old Bark Beast. We will just play Zoe. Could see Spectre here. I know some decks run Spectre. We don't. Which is good for us. See what he goes for. I will just attack. I'm not sure this deck has too much removal outside of the old Plaza. Well, not versions that I'm aware of. I mean, of course, anyone could be playing their own homebrew. Could be Sharp Sight. Which would have been annoying, but I mean, I think you have to take that chance. Is it better going for you and to hope to get Equinox? Is that actually the play? Maybe get rid of... I mean, what is Vigor doing for me here? It's not doing much, so I guess I can get rid of Vigor and look for Equinox. Fine. Then again, is it best using it on you?
I'm a serious artist now. I paint sparkle flies.
I think it is. I don't know what our friend is thinking about. Yeah, so getting rid of Vigor there is an interesting choice, but I think it was the right one. Find some personal. It's on 3 of 10.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
That's a little scary. I think I'll just pass it. I can't really attack with this, yeah, because I just wouldn't block it. I think I will block you.
Still.
Do I play you now? Yeah, let's go for it now, I guess. We don't find what we need necessarily. We'll go for the messenger. Try and draw some more cards. Another Heimer. For another draw. Star shaping. Okay. So we want to keep the mana for Heimer. We essentially just need to try and survive this turn, I think. No, Hosh is annoying. We do have to play Heimer. Let's see if he goes for the attack here. He does. I think what I will do is play this now. Play this. I think I have to play the Serpent just as a defensive option here. But then again, I won't get the extraction here, will I? But then again, the Serpent can kill Lucian, so.
Sturdy construction.
Goes for the attack with everything. So we might need to chump block with Zoe here. We can block you. What's Zoe on? 6? What am I taking if I go down here? 5? If you have a pursuit in hand, what do I do then? I can't survive a pursuit. Oh, I can with the Serpent. So yeah, let's go for it, because I think next turn I can just farm it out a bunch of things with Heimer. So let's pass and maybe bait a pursuit. No, so we are pretty sure there's no pursuit then. So I'll start with this. Which will get me pale.
Come, the journey ahead is long.
So then let's go for Guiding Touch, maybe? Faith. Second Heimer. Our aim here is just to vomit out these turrets and just, you know, get enough blockers here. Now we can attack. Just do it the other way around, just in case. Kill Lucian. It does level up Senna, but there wasn't much we could have done about that. Have you? We can play this.
Alright, let's miss some folks.
That's fine. Ooh. I don't think he'll develop. I can get rid of this. And this is how we start to take over a game. We still have the star shaping to stay healthy. We have second Heimer as well. And now we can just develop enough of these. Maybe even you as well. Level up Zoe. So now everything will get keywords as well. So as soon as we play an elusive, of which we have quite a few in our deck, and Subversible in hand, who is now at 10 as well. We should be winning this game. As I say, this is the Plaza deck. Does go for the Cruiser Ranger attack. A-okay with me. We have a nice block there. Really, at this point, it's about determining how we want to go about the game, I think. I think we want to keep our options open as much as we can. And we don't want to rush into anything, so I think... Well, I would like to play a burst speed spell, I guess. Could go for star shaping now. I could just pass. Is the pass okay here? Zoe now is kind of, you know, done her job. By passing, it might force out this attack, which, you know, he might want something like Hecarim in there, or, you know, he might want something a bit bigger than this. And also, all of his spells with ephemerals are, you know, not being utilized with this board right now. Our blocks could be on Senna, on this, on you. I don't really want to play another Heimer, I guess. That's what it looks like it will be. Take 5. I could start shaping now. Sure. Not sure that was necessary, but sure. I can go maybe for this and trade. I think we do just need to survive, so I'm actually okay losing the Heimer right now. I think we'll be safe enough. We trade down a lot of the board, but we still keep enough of a board. And now if he needs to play things into Pursuit, we should be okay as well. We'll give everything tough. The Kindler is a bit scary. We can go for this, level of Heimer. You got Augment as well. That's pretty fun. Now we can just go for the elusive, right? I guess it's slightly better with Subpercival, in case we need extra damage for any reason. Meow. But yeah. We should win this game, right? Shark Chariot not doing much. Don't know how he's going to block all of this, especially with, as I say, we've got 3 extra damage in hand as well. And yeah, a big win for the Heimer deck. Man, that just felt so good doing all of that. Shame we couldn't give it all as well there, but we won anyway.